Yeah, then Conor Benn.
Conor Benn.
Every time it sounds just like that.
Hey,
dude.
they give him a lot of hype over there. He's good, but hey, man, bring your ass across this pond. It's time across this pond.
That's the inevitable final step, but he's explosive, and I love that he has his father's tenacity.
Yeah.
You know, for a kid who may have grown up, you know, people knowing him in England because of who his father is, he doesn't really walk around like he's got a silver spoon in his tongue. He has an edge to him and a chip on his shoulder.
He's very angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's kind of a stand-up guy. He really loves the
seems like a good
sport,
guy.
and he's hungry. He brings some tenacity to the ring, and he's explosive. But you know, I know we love our guys Boots and Ortiz over here, but that's their guy. That's their guy.
Yeah.
I tweeted yesterday. I said Britain. I'll say it again. Britain has their welterweight, and they said, why don't you calm your tits? You know, it's Chris Van Heerden is what the guy said.
Okay.
But I said, you know, but all I'm saying is Kell Brook was their welterweight. IBF world champion, won the title once. Why can't Conor Benn accomplish that in his career at some point?
Right.
I think that's far from out of the question.
Right,
So
right.
again, Britain has their welterweight.
Right.
You know?
I can see him being a year away from something big and I could see him being about a year away from being ready for something big. The only critique I had for him last night, we saw the same thing from Spence, and I believe that they were after the same thing. His legs were pretty wide in his match against Van Heerden. Yeah. And I believe that guys that have a wide stance is because they're trying to punch with power. And when you have a wide stance, that means that your mobility isn't shifty. You're not trying to shift. You're really just trying. If anything, you're trying to shift. You're trying to sit down and shift into the shots. And I knew when I saw his legs, they got a little wide. Yeah. I said, "Oh, it's Van
Heerden."
I said, "You know, read your opponent. He's about to. There's nothing coming but power." You know what I mean? And it was all she wrote.
Also one of the better. I to be fair, don't know what the second song is, but him starting out the walkout song with Fuji's "Ready or Not" every time is unbelievable. Ready or not, here I come.
Yeah, we know the song.
Every time I'm like, oh, that's beautiful because you think about it. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna find you. But he's not gonna take it slowly.
I mean, I got three guys I like to see him in there with next when he come across the pond.
Yeah,
Ugas, Butav, and Stanonis. One of the three. I think it's time to take the next step.
I noticed you excluded one. So first off, one thing we need to
let him get that Kell Brook fight somehow back home first, because that's gonna cement him back home.
You mentioned Kell Brook. First off, God love Amir Khan. He had no
problems.
He had no interest in like building up a potential fight. He kept saying, "I was just here to support you. I was just here for the show. Like I
lost his last fight.
Yeah." And Eddie's like, "Yeah." He was like, "No, like I'm sorry, I don't have any interest in it." So the name that Ant clearly omitted, well, I actually think might be the best fight for him is Mikey Garcia.
Man, chill out.
I actually agree with that.
Yeah.
At 47, Mikey wants to be at 47. You still believe he should be at 140?
Who, Mikey Garcia?
Mikey Garcia?
Yeah. But, I mean,
but he wants to live and
the money's
become
at 147.
He wants to become a champion at 47. I think that now you have to this is a process that you kind of trying to,
get back up,
recreate yourself, and you need a name to do that. You can't just nobody wants to see you against the guy you just fought that you actually lost to.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see you against that level.
Yeah.
The level you speak of now, I believe, is a Conor Benn level.
It just feels perfect. It's a big name. It's a big opportunity for him. Crowd's gonna be rocking. Mikey brings the fans out.
Hey, man.
He is gonna bring the fans.
I'm gonna go.
And we can transition back to Conor Benn because he seems like he loves boxing.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. He's a junkie.
He is laser focused, man, on that. I'm okay with the Kell Brook fight.
That's the fight I want because it's that passing of the torch fight.
Yeah, that's what they said. They said you prove you're the best welterweight in Britain.
You put an end to the Khan Brook era in that division and the torch over.
There it is.
You know?
There it is.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be handed that way though?
In the ring. That's the best place to hand it over. That's the classic way.
It's a lot of guys want you to come back to take your torch.
I know. It ain't happening.
But yeah, I thought Ben's performance was great. He's consistently, whether you like the matchups, want him to fight better opposition, of course, but he keeps saying, and it's true, what he's doing to a lot of these guys, the big fighters and the top fighters before didn't.
Yeah, I think he stopped him in shorter fashion than Spence did with Van Heerden. That's a fresher Van Heerden.
Yeah.
But still.
But I mean,
that's what you're supposed to do, right?
You look at Vargas, Chris Algieri. There's one more I'm not thinking of. But then Van Heerden yesterday. So he's like, these
Granados.
guys. Yeah.
I was about to say.
He's like, you guys, they fought these top guys. I just beat them better. So, like, more power to you. But I think he just needs to tighten up a little bit. You mentioned the movement. I'd like to see a little more jab.
I was gonna say a little more fluidity with his shots, especially the jab has a lot of power. You can tell he clenches with every shot, and he's trying to, hey, you gotta have bad intentions, but then at some point, if you're not able to hit everybody with everything that you're throwing, it will wear you down, and then you'll start to try to change things later on in the fight, and it may be a little too late. You know what I mean? So start working on those things now. The more fluidity. Yeah. I like to see better foot movement. I like to see those legs come in a little bit. Yeah.
And talk about the love he gets. You talk about a fan-friendly fighter.
And he's fan-friendly.
Yeah, whether he's perfect fundamentally yet, he's gonna throw big shots.
Sean type of guy. That's Sean type of guy. He got a smile on his face right now.
100.
Yeah.
And he's being very realistic about his development because you don't hear him call out Spencer Crawford.
Yeah.
He said, I want Keith Thurman, which is still a huge step up.
It is.
That's
a huge step up. I think that's the biggest step up. I actually never probably would have said it had you not, but I like a Mikey Garcia fight.
Yeah, Mikey. Eddie mentioned like Mikey, Danny, Adrian Broner.
Right, those are the names. Right.
I don't hate those. I don't hate any of those names. Those are kind of right where he needs to be.
Sounds like he wants to try PBC out.
Right. Yeah.
It's now that you mentioned it.
But yeah. So we'll see what he does.
What's up? I'm Showtime Shawn Porter.
I'm Ant. Follow me on IG with 2 T's. Let's do it. Let's do it again.
All right. Just introduce yourself.
Okay.
And then you tell them what to do. I'm Showtime Shawn Porter.
I'm Anthony Brenagh.
Carson Merk. Like, subscribe, comment.
This is the Porter Way.